We are at inoculation and population regulation. And what we're talking about here is in our urban environments, this highly, what we refer to as geotechnical soil, which is sort of a mix of clay and anything else that was left on these sites that was scraped up and spread out around the houses and businesses in our cities, is really not viable, balanced topsoil. It doesn't have the microbiology, all of the bacteria, all of the fungi and the algae and the protozoa and the nematodes and the various other creatures that live in this underground economy. And it is absolutely one of the most important aspects of what you must manage in your customer's designed ecosystem in order for them to get the results of cheap to keep. And the reason it's so important is recent studies have proven that in the human body, for example, bacteria outnumber human cells 10 to 1. In other words, we could not exist without a proliferation of good and bad bacteria inside us, on us, and around us. And it's the same thing in your designed ecosystem. And so when we take, in this category, we talk about pesticides as insecticides and fungicides and herbicides. Whenever we take these things and indiscriminately apply them to the yards, and they in turn wash into the bushes and into the natural areas, you have destroyed a lot of the beneficial, along with the harmful. Don't get me wrong, now there's plenty of good being accomplished, but there's a balance to be achieved in doing this. And in order for your efforts to be sustainable, in order for you, when you begin in these tree preservation actions of inoculation, population regulation, and in our next one of time, place, and space, and the previous one of biostimulation, you are in stimulate, animate, and accelerate. We are beginning to accelerate progress toward the goal, because that's what people want. More of a gratification that they can see and evaluate, and especially in light of the fact that we've lost 30, 35, even more of a percent of the value of our homes, the major asset in most of our financial situations. The importance of accelerating this progress towards cheap to keep is very important. We're impatient. We want to recover. And when you begin to inoculate and populate the soil with all of the organisms that have been killed indiscriminately, not on purpose, not maliciously, we didn't do this, we just don't know any better, but we're learning. And so in our three balance, measure, and learn, we have learned how important it is to pay attention to this underground economy. And in these sessions of inoculation and population regulation, you're going to see how, with the careful preparation and the creation and the cooperation that you achieve as the fifth element, that in this battle for balance and in the application of these tree preservation actions in the designed ecosystem to get new, green, and growing home values, that this is an extremely important aspect. A little bit technical, but it's something that will generate jobs. We go out every week to do small jobs that mount up, and at the end of the month, we've got significant income that compensates for what we lost on the bigger jobs that we used to get when there was a lot of money floating around in the economy. That is not the case now. And so use these smaller jobs. The micro injection section at the end is kind of long. It's involved. Hang with it now. There's 3 or 4 different methods that you can use in order to accomplish this. But we go out virtually every week, especially this year when insect populations are exploding, and we use this micro injection technique to make money for the company, to get jobs and get guys out there doing tree preservation actions that aren't nearly as strenuous as the big technical takedowns and all the stump grinding and the dirt work and everything else that we have been doing in the future. So pay attention, listen up, This is going to get you the jobs, it'll make you more money, it'll make you more profit, and there's less risk involved. So here we go.